Hey guys, I got another vlog today, and in 2016, uh, we were invited out to do a hunt in Ohio for Morgan's Raiders, and this is the shirt I got. But it there was a whole bunch of people out there. We had Nugget Noggin and Aqua Chigger and a bunch of celebrity diggers, and Dwight Collin and Derek and I went out there, and Bill Marsh had invited us to go to a site, or a couple sites, and one of them was the War of 1812, and then they took us to this farm, and it was an old house there, and then behind it was a colonial farm. And we got there, one guy had just dug a Walking Liberty $50, and there was about 7 people on the one side of the house and then the front yard. So we heard that we could go over to the other side of the yard, and there was an old road bed that went through there, and part of it was a garden, and they said that we could dig in the garden if we wanted. So I was over there, and we were searching around, not finding much, and so there was a guy named Rusty Fawcett, which is an odd name, but I'd gotten a signal, and I'd started digging. I was using the Bliss tools at the time, and Rusty called me over and said he had a large cent, and he said, "I've never dug a large cent." So I went over and looked at it. I said, "That's not a large cent." He goes, "What do you mean?" And I said, "That's a King, like a King George copper." And so I was looking at it, and it was a 1744. I think it was King George II. And he was like, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!" And I said, "No, that's a colonial copper. It's a good find. And it was in pretty good shape. You can see the date and everything." So I went back over to where I was digging, and I dug down about 12 to 14 inches, and I was getting a fairly moderate signal on the target. And I flipped the dirt out of the hole, and it was in the dirt. So I reached down, and I felt this coin in my hand, and it turned out to be a 1853 Seated Liberty $50. And it wasn't in great shape. Because it had been in this roadbed, it had like a dent in the back of it, and it had some scratches and stuff on it, but the date was pretty bold on it and everything, and that was a real bucket lister. I've dug, a lot of Walking Liberty $50. I've gotten Kennedy halves. I have one Franklin half, and so it's like the only one I got left, I guess, is to find a bus cap bus cap half. I found bus coins before, but just half dimes and dimes. But that was pretty wild hunt. I heard that that fall or something, when they'd cut the crops down, that a guy had walked up right on the front there and found a U.S. buckle, and they ended up finding a lot of coins and buttons and all kinds of stuff on that property. But that was pretty good. All right, guys, tell me what you think, and see if you've had any experiences like that in the past.